In this video, I'm going to cover JSON deserializer. So I'm taking the input from a json.txt file which contains the records, and I'm taking that and passing it first to a prettify function. Before that, let's cover the two structures that exist. I've taken a JSON structure and a phone structure. JSON structure contains the first name, last name, age, height, phone number, and next. Phone number is a linked list in itself which can contain any number of phone numbers. And the program is designed in such a way that the first name, last name, age, height, anything can occur at any point of time. It doesn't have to be in this order, it can be in any order, and it will still parse the JSON and it will still deserialize it into a structure, into the memory. So the phone has a type, value, and next, which is used to store the type, home, work, etc. So now first things first, what's happening here is I'm sending this to a prettify function, head and the json.txt. Prettify function is a very simple function. What it does is whenever there is a space, a new line character or a tab space, it removes all of them and it makes the entire file into a single string without any spaces, and then it is passing it to a load into memory when the open count is equal to close count. Open count and close count are the count of the open and closed braces, so that I know that the JSON is properly closed. So it goes into the load into memory function, and the load into memory function takes the buffer and head as arguments. So it's creating a temporary JSON type structure variable, and while the buffer of I is not equal to null character and while it's not equal to an opening brace or a closing brace, it's defining a field string. What the field string does is it's going to take the fields one by one. So it's going to take this one, this entire thing: first name John, last name Smith, age 25, height 5.8, etc. So it's going to scan each field one by one. So after it scans, if it's a phone number, the ending character is a square bracket, otherwise it's a comma. So while that character occurs, it keeps scanning and adds it to the field. Then using an strtok, I'm splitting it into a key and value with a colon. So if it's phone number, again the terminating character should be a square bracket for the value, otherwise it's just a colon. So key will contain the field and value will contain the value. So if strcmp of first name comma key is 0, then the value is being stored in the first name. If it's last name, then the value is being stored in the last name. If it's age, then I'm converting the string into an integer using a to I and storing it in temp age. If it's a height, then it's a float value using a to f, I'm storing it in the height. Otherwise, if it's a phone number, what I'm doing is I'm breaking each phone number into one phone object. So I have two phone numbers in this example here. So this one is one phone number and temp, type, fax and number is another phone number. So until this occurs, I'm splitting this into one separate structure, and then I'm splitting this into another separate structure, and I'm doing that. So while phone object is not equal to 0, I'm scanning it, and then what happens, I'm taking a p key and a p value. So using a colon, I'm splitting it, and if the p key is type, then I'm storing the value in type. If the p key is a number, then I'm storing it in the value. So I have, for example, in the JSON, I have a home 212551234, fax 646555567. So I have two phone numbers in the form of a linked list. This is all the linked list stuff where I'm going on adding the new nodes at the head. Then what happens is I'm using two queries here. Get all the phone numbers when the first name and last name is given, and get the first name of the person when the first name is given, get all the details of that person. So let's run this up and see what happens. So I'm running this. So please select one option from the below options. So let's get all the phone numbers of a person. Now the first name of the person is John. Alright, 1 second. Okay, I'm supposed to enter the first name and the last name. So John, and the last name is Smith. So it's giving his phone numbers, fax and home. And then now let's try out the second one. Second one is get the details of the person with the same first name. So let's enter Perry here. So it's giving out all the details. First name, last name, age, height, phone numbers, and it's giving out the fax and the home. So, and then when I press an exit, it just exits. So that's all for the JSON parser. It's very simple, and that's my implementation.